Hey YouTube, Bullets for Freedom and Liberty here. Appreciate you joining me today. This is getting pretty exciting. So I have over the past, I don't know, I've been casting just a whole bunch of the Lee 230 grain, what Elvis Ammo, my buddy Elvis Ammo calls the missiles. And these are 230 grain, 300 Blackout, and I have been loading them. I've got I did the neon green in the size to 309. I've got some of the metallic translucent blue that I've done as well. I size those in 308. But I'm actually pretty excited because I just got off the phone with Elvis and we were talking about the black cherry, the issues that I was having with the black cherry. So I came back out to the reloading room here in the middle of my workday and wanted to show you and give you an update. I went ahead and warmed up, let me grab a couple here, and I overshot them. This is one of the benefits of powder coating and casting your own bullets. So we all know that the Ford light blue turned out absolutely perfect for the 4570, okay? And I wasn't too impressed with the Solaris Black Cherry so far, but Elvis called me and said, hey, why don't you warm those bullets up again and tumble them real quick and see if you can get a good coat on. And so that's what I did. Now, because the bullets got a little warm, you can see that's the color that I was looking for, but you can see how thick that is. Let me get that behind. There you go. So the beauty of making mistakes with cast lead is you can, let me move the camera, here we go. See the lead pot? Drop them into the lead pot. So that's the beauty of reusing and recycling, the scary thing we call lead. But you can see here on this one it got a little extra thick, and that's okay. Drop it in the pot. But I have to admit, and I just sent that through the sizer, and I did, out of the 50 originally, I got about 30 that turned out exactly the way I wanted them. So it is a translucent powder on the 4570. I have already resized them all, guys. So I'm going to, now that's 3 coats. So for a translucent powder, the Solaris Black Cherry is actually a really good one. So I'll bump it up from a 6 to about an 8. We'll do that about an 8. They size just fine. Again, you can see how it got into the lube groove just fine. And the main thing is here, guys, to keep in mind, when you're powder coating, especially when you're using a new powder coat, it's always good to experiment. So this is 3 coats of the Solaris Black Cherry. We're going to load them up and see how they go. But pretty exciting stuff. So now what I'm doing is I'm warming up I'm going to do 50. I've got my $5 Bed Bath & Beyond baskets, which I highly recommend getting. I've done the Elvis Ammo method of warming them up. They're just coming up to temperature right now. We'll keep them in there. Now, for those of you who are just getting new to powder coating your bullets, we are warming them up. There it is. I've got my Fueled by Hornady oven here, $35 at Wally World. I'm at 225 degrees for just a few minutes to warm them up, to bring them up to somewhat of a temperature. And we're going to do bonded black chrome. Okay, so now what I've done is I've taken the Elvis Ammo method. I've warmed up the 30 caliber bullets. I've put them into the cottage cheese bucket. You can see that even with the paint, that it's going to have some very light coverage. So what I want to do is I'm going to sprinkle these in. My oven is set at 400 degrees. Now normally I have a pegboard that I line with the paper, and I think that's what I'm going to do right now. I believe that I've got an extra sheet of parchment paper, which yes I do. I'll use parchment paper, and we'll shake these off. Now I can already tell that just by the look of those, it's going to need multiple coats. This is a very fine powder. You can see the metal flake. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but I'm going to shake that, do it back this way, back in. Yeah, it's a very fine magical powder. Tap that back into the bucket. We'll set that aside. I've been using that same cardboard piece now, fellas, for, geez, probably, well, since I started casting and powder coating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set make sure I've got the right size. I'm going to take my bullets and I punch them through the paper. I know a lot of you are like, oh, hey, what is he doing? Well, I use the parchment paper for my 300. It just seems to work real well for me. So I don't really have any issues. It's just easy to punch it through and to get them onto this pegboard. It keeps everything, because the main thing is here, I'm not really going that deep anyways, so it just sits right up to the first lube groove, and I have really good luck with it. So let's just get these punched in. Okay, so now that I've got my 50 bullets in here, I'm going to go ahead and set them in. I do use this pine board. Just gives it a nice, even, nice scent of wonderful pine in the reloading room. Set that in there, dial that down for 10 minutes. So while I'm doing that, we'll quickly discuss the point of what I'm trying to get at. So this black powder is very, very fine. It's a very dusty powder. And so far, as you've seen on the black cherry, I'm guessing it's going to take a good couple coats. So just hang tight, and with the magic of video, we'll be right back. And here you go. That's the first coat. You can see that it's more of a metallic color. I'm literally pulling it out using my pine board. Had pretty good luck with this, man. 10 minutes in the oven here. On the pegboard and the parchment paper. So let's see how these actually look. Okay. Just gotta gently knock them over. They are a little warm, little hot potato there. Yep, you can see that is hot. So we'll just yeah, let's just carefully bring them up, and then I'll see if I can't bring the camera down to it. I'll just knock them down. I'm going to add the second coat while they're just warm to the touch. So I want to try to make this as quick and painless for everybody as possible going through this whole process. So as I drop them everywhere, but they do tend to cool down pretty rapidly, especially on the wood board here. Let's drop them into the $5 Bed Bath & Beyond. So you can see that now they've got just a slight, let's see if we can do this. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go like that. All right, so there you go. So you can see they've got just a little bit of coating right now. They're still warm to the touch. I don't want them too hot, but I want them warm enough to get the second coat to adhere. So they are a little bit sticky, which isn't too bad. Now keep in mind, we're going to resize them, which isn't a big deal. So I have not added that much paint. Yep, I haven't added that much paint. So we're going to go ahead and dump them in. We're going to do a quick shuffle. And I want to cover that up to keep that that paint in place. We're going to do this really, really quick. Sort of a rapid movement. Let's check them real quick. Okay, so yeah, I got good coverage. They're starting to, the paint is starting to adhere. Let's do it just really quick like. Okay, here we go. I want to breathe this stuff in. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so look at that. Much, much, much better. Now what I'm going to do after the second coat, yep, you can already see they're already starting to get dark. So I'm just going to go ahead and set them right back in the oven and do that for another 10 minutes. And we're going to do our third coat. So let's tap that magic dust back into its bin. And got them in the oven here. So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to pull them back out and do the third coat. Okay, hang tight. Okay, guys. So here we are at the magic of video. We've got our second coat of the bonded. What I want to do here is I'm literally just taking this out of the oven. I really like how this is turning out. I'm not going to touch them because they're like freaking hot. But I do like how this bonded black chrome, as you know, a couple of the videos that I've done for the 357, I use the Eastwood just straight chrome, and that was a one coat wonder. That was a really good coat. I do like how this is turning out on the black. I'm going to let them cool down for a minute, and then I'm going to run them through the sizer, and to make sure that, yeah, boy, that's a nice coating. Very impressive. So they're just starting to cool down enough to the touch. Let's do it that way. Get them on the workbench. Guys, if you haven't gone to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I'm not sponsored by them or nothing like that, but $4.99 for these baskets. I got 4 of them, and they're great for transferring bullets. I've been casting more as I'm doing all of this, so I can multitask, and I'm just making more of these 4570s for my kid. So yeah, these are great little baskets. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely got a black color to it. It's a little speckled, but I'm hoping that once they come down in temperature, I'll resize them. I want to get it a little bit darker. I want to get a little darker black. So we're going to continue on with this process. So this is coat number 2. And yeah, that's a little hot. So guys, stay tuned, and we're still working on the black bonded chrome. Okay guys, we're back. I have warmed them back up into the in the oven. So they were at 100, and I don't know, I just put them in for a couple minutes. So now we're going to do coat number 3. Get them in there. Give these a good shake. Let's get this ready. Just want to check them real quick. You want to do this fairly quickly because they are warm, and you don't want the powder coat to collect too thick. So, and this black bonded, boy, I'll tell you what, it's real fine dust. It's getting everywhere. Okay. So let's do it this way for coat number 3. Much better. Let's do it this way so y'all can see it. Okay. Get that out of the way. Guys, I think we've got a winner. There you go. Look at that. They are black bullets now. So the Elvis ammo method looks like it's going to work. We're going to put those in at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Do a little shake and bake back. Get that off the cardboard. I'll blow that off here outside here in just a minute. But this black powder is very dusty. It's getting everywhere. Anything that has static cling to it. We have done an initial powder coating, standing them up on my pegboard. The second coat was done on the basket. I've warmed them up. I've ran them through the sizer. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm not worried about that. But I just took a quick peek before I started the video again. Wait till you see this. This is exactly what I was looking for. So now, unbelievable. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to dump them out on the table. let them cool down. They're a little sticky, obviously a little hot, 375 degrees for the last 15 minutes. We're going to let these, I wish I can zoom in with this camera, but my goodness gracious, that is absolutely stunning. Huh. You know, one of the best things besides being green and reusing and recycling all of our lead and our components and, you know, turning scrap wheel weights into 340 grain projectiles or 230 grain projectiles, and if you screw up, you get thrown back in the pot and do it all over again. We're saving money. We're saving the planet. We're reusing, recycling. Awesome. But guys, I'm telling you, see if I can pick one up yet. There you go. Look at that. Black bonded chrome. I wish I could, let's see if I can do it on my black, with my black glove here. Now that almost disappears, doesn't it? Look at the chrome on that. It's smooth. There's a little bit of wrinkles. And I think that was just from dumping it onto the workbench here. But I've got even coating. It'll smooth out just perfect. Look at that, guys. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna size these up in my Lee sizing die. They're almost cool. They're cool to the touch already, just because of their diameter. But okay, very, very, very impressive. So Bullets for Freedom and Liberty is incredibly happy with the results of the bonded black chrome. Boy, that is one sexy bullet right there, guys. That is one sexy. I wish the camera doesn't do it justice. So I'm going to give a shout out to to Powder by the Pound, and I'll tell you what, guys, I don't get paid from them. Yeah, they are. I've been a big fan of Eastwood. Don't get me wrong. 90% of what I've done is in Eastwood, but I'll tell you, I saw this on a Facebook page. Somebody used them. I just went ahead and ordered it myself. I'm paying for all of this out of pocket. No sponsorship money, nothing. I could care less about that. What I'm looking for is an easy to use powder that within 1 to 2 coats. I like the one coat wonders, like the Ford Light Blue. But, you know, for aesthetics, we're going to shoot them anyway, subsonic. Having good luck with my Palmetto Arms 300 Blackout. I'll be shooting those videos here pretty soon once I get all the testing down. But guys, bonded black chrome, that's it's going to be a great 300 Blackout round. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Getting ready to head out to North Carolina for Thanksgiving. Shoot some of these 45-70s with my son down there in Fayetteville. To all of our veterans, again, this is belated. Thank you. Happy Veterans Day. And we really appreciate your service. We appreciate your sacrifice. And without you, there is no us. So don't forget to educate yourself, to arm yourself, and for God's sakes, defend yourself. And just be thankful that Hillary Clinton's not our president. So, guys, thanks for watching Bullets for Freedom and Liberty. Get the word out there. Share this. If you have any questions, comments, editorials, go ahead and get this to me. But have a great day.